So, funny story for y'all. More so funny for you than it is for me, unfortunately. So, yesterday, well, let me start with this. This Steelhead season has been rough. It started off really good with a surf fishing with my buddy Nick. We went surf fishing. Actually, the surf fishing itself was really slow to begin with, but then I picked up and got super good. And it was just a super banger day, way to start steelhead season. It was pretty sweet. I was looking forward to it. Last steelhead season I had a really good season in my opinion. I've grown up right next to some of the best trips in the Great Lakes and never really have had super awesome steelhead season, and last year it wasn't super over the moon, but to me I was super pumped with it. It was something I've always wanted to get better at, steelhead fishing. So I was super optimistic for this steelhead season, to say the least. And that first trip was really great. I was super excited. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be another good year. Since I have not caught another steelhead, I got skunked probably four times for steelhead specifically so far, and another two, maybe three times for lake run browns. It's been a little rough this year. The streams have been kind of low, runs have been kind of low. I mean, the people are still catching fish. I don't want to sound like no one's catching fish. Some of it is definitely my own doing. I need to definitely still improve myself, which is okay. Uh, I like that there's still room for improve. Keeps it interesting. Frustrates the hell out of me, not gonna lie, but keeps it interesting. But anyways, I was excited yesterday to give it another go, and I decided to fish one of the bigger rivers. It was in decent condition, which is rare, and was going to do some indicator nymphing with more likely probably eggs. And something, again, I'm not super great at, so I want to get some practice and was kind of looking forward to practicing it and covering some water and seeing what I could do. The water looked really good when I got there. It was nice green color, so, and I know this is, of all the streams, this is the one that has a good number of fish. So figured I'd give it a go. Waitered up here at the house and then rigged my rod, broke it down so I could stick it in my car, but got there, water looks great, put my rod together, set it on top of the car, um, went to grab it off the top of the car, closed the trunk. I hear my car beep. I'm like, oh, it just locked. Start tapping my pockets, feeling my waders. No keys. You know where the keys are? They're in the car. Car locked. I have a habit of hitting the lock button on the side of the door when I get out of the car, just so I always remember to lock it, which is fine as long as you don't toss your keys in the trunk and then close the trunk. So my phone was in there too. So my phone's here, my keys are here, right next to each other. I'm peeping through the back window, seeing both. I'm like, that's rough. So I had to find somebody, borrowed their phone. My dad actually left his phone here at the house too, and I saw it before I left. So I figured he was hunting. So I called my grandparents. They're like, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm like, "Hey, is my dad there?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Is he in the kitchen?" They're like, "Yeah." So I lucked out, which was cool, thankfully, and talked to him. He went home, got my spare key, drove back. So it was 40 minutes later. Um, I was just kind of sitting there waiting for him. He got there, we unlocked my car, and unfortunately at that point, I really didn't have any time to fish because I had to get some sleep because I work third shift, so it was already in the afternoon at that point. So fortunately didn't get to fish, but funny story. Like I said, more funny for you than it is for me. But hey, it could have been a lot worse. Luckily I was able to get a hold of my dad. Just, they're one of those things that happens when you're fishing, but I hope you guys all got a laugh out of my story. If not, if you have similar experiences, it makes you feel better about your experience. I know someone said to me that they left their reel bag on top of their car and drove off. Never saw the reel bag again. So in my opinion, that would be a lot worse than what happened to me. So that kind of made me feel better. I appreciate that. I'm sorry to hear that for you. But hope you guys all enjoyed. I hope you all have a fantastic day.